Who's next? Who wants to share something with us? All right, Monique. Yeah, I met Monique at Expressions of You, which has an open mic on Saturdays. It's amazing. Last week I went, and there had to be, 150 people packed in that room? It was so packed. It was so packed, and the place was on fire. It was such positive energy. The CW was there filming. It's family. Everybody was supportive. I was new, and I was freestyling, singing and stuff on the corner with everybody, and they were just as supportive of me as they were everybody else. You'll have to check that out sometime. It's $5. It's at 18th and Muhammad Ali, right? You got to check it out. Saturdays at, what time does it start?
Well, they say 9, but...
About 9-ish.
Yeah, 9
it gets started. Check it out sometime.
They go about 2, sometimes 2:30.
2:30. It is an all ages venue, so you do have to watch your language. So check it out sometime.
I've never read this poem, so bear with me. This is called Snake Bites. Snake bites are quick, leaving venom like wax droplets spatter on fabric you cannot brush away. Because you already said what you meant, so don't act like you're kidding anyway. You're still holding on to yesterdays like a maze, struggling to find a daze. You page through words like, stop being so insecure when you joke. Well, maybe it's not me who's insecure. Did you ever take the time to think that not everyone likes joking around about, you know, and I stopped myself from calling you way too liberal. I may sound like George Bush this time. My liberal roots are fastened to a cross that was burned by America's stupidity in near-sighted mistaken reprise. They blame God for problems in their lives. They blame God for ashes to ashes, for the Catholic school that they attended. They taught them of a restricted and conformity that does not expand their mind. The expenses and the true freedom in Christ. They blame God for the birth defects, and yet ignore the FDA that have swept under the rug and under the apple peel the equivalent to cancer. Yet they're approving toys from China with lead. So what's the matter? They brought shipments with anthrax. So what's not to trust? But if I hear one more person blaming my God for this and that, for the world and these people's problems, I'm gonna have to run. I'm so tired. So, like a maze struggling to find a day just to run away, I page through words like, stop being so insecure. Snake bites are quick, leaving venom like wax, spattering on fabric you cannot brush away because you already said what you meant. So don't act like you're kidding anyway. Thank you. All right. This one was definitely out of frustration.
I don't know what you're talking about, frustration. I don't have to leave.
No. She was standing.
Your husband, Phil.
No.
This one is titled Phil.
I unfortunately work with like way too many women. Not that that's not a good thing, but I think it can become overwhelming when it's like the gossip goes insane, and I work at a mental hospital, so it's like the women just gossip. And here's another poem entitled "A Snake." So I guess that's like the top. Here it goes. You murmur with venom, seeping from lips of a whispering snake. Your venom kills slowly, seeps into the minds of others. You build high walls built under words of sand. You sink with your words, then climb out and say, did I do that? Your interpretation of others is so slanted that you forget what or who you were talking about. It's a venom that seeps in slowly to the weak-minded. It's as good as truth for them. They feast on delectable treats that fall to their feet. Rotten apples turn to stones. You pelt at me without dismay. I say, how can you talk about me that way? You keep watering weeds that spring up out of endless mouth full of dung. I know you don't care who you hurt. You prove it with your tongue. You blow and brew deadly venom in a kettle, serve it up pretty for 2, 3, and 4. You have others believing what's far from truth even before they have a chance to run for the door. And I'm telling you, If I had one chance to say what I need to say to your face, that venom would be erased. Okay.